Hey guys, it's Joe, and I'm not chasing Bigfoot. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video. Been kind of busy, hadn't had much time. I decided to bring you guys along today. Down a different part of the area that I usually go to. A little bit farther down in the woods, so no live streams here. Matter of fact, I haven't been doing any live streams for a while. They don't really I don't have a lot of viewers on the live stream, so just not been doing those. But anyway, I've been seeing a few things out here in the woods moving. Can't tell for sure what it is. I watched something the other day. It looked to me like to walk around the base of a tree, looking up, and walked over where it was at. It was a hickory tree. I'm pretty sure it wasn't another human being, another hunter. It was dark brown, the whole thing. Could have been a bear, couldn't tell for sure, but I've never seen a bear walk around the circle down the tree. It went around 3 or 4 times that I've seen it looking up. I don't know if it was looking for maybe a squirrel up in the tree or maybe a hickory nuts, I'm not sure, but it was there. And it wasn't too far from here, just pretty thick down in here, parts of this. I'll run some videotape to show you guys exactly what I'm working with from down in here. I don't come down here every day. This is once in a while. It was about, I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago I was here. And definitely saw something. The leaves are falling. The ground's starting to get littered with leaves. Starting to become noisy to walk in the woods. Increases your chance of having some noise made when it walks up onto you, but it also increases your noise when you move through the woods. So basically, I probably won't move around a whole lot this fall. Maybe once it starts to snow or once it starts to rain, leaves are not quite as crunchy when it rains, you can move a little easier. But more than likely, I'll just get my little cubby hole and sit down. And sometimes I sit here. Sometimes I sit down at the base of this old rock and just sit and watch. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching our live streams and our little shows, our little videos. I'd like to thank everyone for watching our videos. The live stream, I appreciate Mike, appreciate Gator, Curtis, and all you guys for watching the live streams when I'm out of the area. Appreciate you guys. This is pretty much how you look for Bigfoot right here. You just sit still and just watch. You know, I set the camera up in front of me on a tripod, which is where it's at now. I set the camera up, and basically when I see something start to move, I turn the camera on record. Most of the time I don't get what I'm seeing on the camera. Most of the time it's too far away to see on the camera. I've tried using the camera through the binoculars, through scope, whatever. Just don't see anything through the camera. It's just too far away, not enough image, not enough detail to be picked up on the camera. But the human eye, you don't look really close. Most of the time what you see is not real close, like deer hunt. When you deer hunt, you don't watch the animals up close. You look farther out because they see you way before you see them. For the most part, they don't walk up on you, but you don't see them first. Maybe behind you in the rain, but for the most part, not at all. And it's the same thing with chasing Bigfoot. You know, he's out there. You just got to look for him way out in the woods. He knows you're there. He's not going to get close, and that's just how it is. Walking around these old woods here, you see a lot of strange features, a lot of rocks. This time of year, you see a lot of rubs from the deer. They're starting to rub a little bit hither and yon, and I've seen some trees that are going to be down on the trails before long. But I'd like to thank you guys for coming along with us. just a deer. But anyway. I've seen about a dozen squirrels today. Heard some turkeys earlier. Usually you don't hear a lot of turkeys around here, but I heard some turkeys earlier. Watched a coyote bypass as I come in. He just kind of walked around me and went on. But when you're out in the woods like this here, it's kind of up for grabs what you're going to see. Sometimes you see other people. Sometimes you see animals. Sometimes you come out and sit all day, don't see anything but a bird. Most time you at least see a bird. That's not even guaranteed. But I'm almost at 1,900 videos on YouTube that I've made in the last year. A lot of those videos are 10-hour videos. And with that kind of coverage, you think that maybe I would pick up something on camera that you guys can see, but it just don't happen. I've only seen maybe 5 or 6 things that I could say could have been Bigfoot out here. I've only seen a few things that way off I can say it was brown and moved like I figure Bigfoot would move. And unfortunately I can't get it on camera, but I'm trying for you guys really hard. I'm trying to get you guys where you can see Bigfoot on that camera right there. So with all that said, let's shut her down for a few minutes and move on. Maybe we'll go up to the little cubby hole and sit for a while. Back in a bit. guys, it's me again. Okay, we made our way back to the little cubby hole. Sprinkling rain just a little bit out, nothing major yet. I have made my way up under these rocks. This is a fairly dry place to sit, if it rains very much. And you never know what you're going to see out here. I have seen a few things around here. I've seen some movement. Nothing quite as good as what I've seen the other day. It wasn't far from here where I had my encounter into the heavy stuff. There's not really a easy way to get into where I see him at. I set up a camera up on the hill above that a little bit and let it run sometimes live stream for days at a time, but he's not been back that I've seen. Then I set up around by the Christmas tree a few times, and he has taken some ornaments off the tree over the years. And one I found down here, but it was too high up in the tree for me to get down. And I came back a couple of days later, and it was gone, so I've not found it again. I know exactly what tree it was in, and it wasn't there again when I came back. So I think we're going to sit here for a few hours, maybe take a little bit of videotape, and might even try a live stream. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes for a while. I've been out for a while this morning, and my camera's batteries are kind of weak, but all kinds of movement in the woods today. A lot of it are deer, I'm sure, but I just heard the noise just now behind me here, behind the rock on the hill. Not sure what it was, but maybe we'll find it. But anyway, with a little bit of luck, if I spend enough time in the woods, I'll run across old Bigfoot for you guys. We'll all get to see him together, you know? I like to have some proof. And maybe before long, it's pretty rocky down here, as you've seen. It's only a couple inches below the soil where there's rock, and it's hard to get a track in here. Even in the muddy areas, it's hard to find a track. I check them out, but really this time of year here, there's no muddy areas down in here. The tree, when the video first started, the tree that I walked by that you guys saw, that's actually a creek bed, and the creek had ran high enough to where it caused that tree to fall. There was nothing wrong with the tree, it just undermined the roots and turned it loose, fell. So yeah, it's pretty dry this time of year here, but I don't see much even when it's not dry. So as far as tracks, I'm sure he's smart enough to know better than to walk through mud unless he's being chased by something. Contrary to the name of my videos, I don't chase Bigfoot. I pretty much sit and watch for Bigfoot. I'm a passive Bigfoot hunter, is what I am. I have my ideas about how I'm going to find him, how I'm going to see him, and maybe my ideas will work, maybe they won't, I don't know. But everybody else is trying the same thing. I get a lot of people say, hey, why don't you scream for Bigfoot, yell like he does? I don't know his language. What am I going to say to him? All it's going to do is alert him to where I'm at. I don't do that. And if that's your thing, then so be it. Same thing with tree knocks. I don't tree knock. If you hear a knock down here in these woods, it's something else besides me. There's nobody else. Very rarely ever do you see anybody else down here. Most of this is mine. Most of this people stay off of. And very rarely do you see anybody else around. And I'm sure they're not taking sticks back in on trees. So, I do the one camera I have out, I have a box made for it. And that box picks up sounds that you don't hear by the naked ear. I've stood beside this box and heard tree knocks. Don't know what it is about this box. I don't know if it's the design of it, the way it's shaped, but it picks up things that you don't hear by ear. I've stood beside this box and heard 3 or 4 knocks in a row on the camera and never hear it by the naked ear. So somehow or another, it's picking them up. I use that box quite a bit. But anyway, I'm going to sit here for a while, maybe go over to the haunted rocks for a bit. Maybe we can do a little bit of a live stream here and go over to the haunted rocks. whatever. We'll try to swing by there, maybe try to take a little bit of videotape of those. I don't have a lot of luck at the Haunted Rocks getting video. Usually, whatever you do at the Haunted Rocks, pretty much is corrupt. Don't play. Don't know why, but it don't play. Maybe today's our day. We'll try it and see. So, I will see you guys back on the deck at the house a little later on this evening. Alright, let's try some live stream. Okay guys, we made it back to the cabin. Went by the Haunted Rocks. No luck. Didn't see anything, and the camera would not work. It worked, but there was no footage time I got back home. It's there every time I go by the Haunted Rocks, so it's always, you never get any footage that way. So I'm gonna stop trying to go by there, I guess. Good place to hunt though. You can have in amongst the rocks, and good place to hide, but never any footage from there. So, well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed making it. I done a little live stream while I was down there. Gator came on, talked to me for a while. She's doing okay. Didn't see Mike nor Curtis, but they're around, I'm sure. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today. And remember, even if you don't find Bigfoot, get out in the woods. Enjoy some time outdoors. It's a lot more healthy than being inside all the time. Even if you have to go to a park someplace, go outside and enjoy the outside. And who knows, you might be the first person to see Bigfoot in your area. Well, anyway, let's go find Bigfoot.